Tonight, an El Dorado County man is at the center of a court case going before the U.S. Supreme Court. Tomorrow, he is fighting a fee imposed by El Dorado County that he and his attorney argue is unconstitutional. And our Becca Habegger shows us why this local case could have national impact.
As George Sheets and his wife envisioned their retirement, they bought 10 acres outside Placerville in rural El Dorado County with plans to install an 1,800 square foot manufactured home. That was in 2016.
I went in to get a building permit after I already put a deposit down on a manufactured home, and I couldn't believe what I was hearing.
When Sheets applied for a permit, the county charged him more than $23,000 for something called a traffic impact mitigation fee, implemented by El Dorado County to fund public infrastructure like roads.
When you're looking at how much money you have to try to retire, that is an enormous amount of money to someone like me.
We spoke with him by phone from the Palm Springs area where he and his wife spend their winters. Sheets fought the fee and lost, paying it under protest so he could move forward with his house where they still live most of the year. He took El Dorado County to court, saying the fee was unconstitutional and too large compared to the size of his project.
It's just ridiculous overcharges.
The fee was put in place by an elected body, the El Dorado County Board of Supervisors. California courts have previously upheld such fees as constitutional and did so again here. Sheets lost in trial court and the California Court of Appeal. Then the state Supreme Court denied review, so he and his attorneys took it to the U.S. Supreme Court, which agreed to hear the case.
The question that our case asks is essentially, how much can the government take from a person when they have to go into a permitting office and ask for permission to use their property?
Brian Hodges is a senior attorney at Pacific Legal Foundation and on the team bringing Sheets' case to court. Through past decisions, he says the U.S. Supreme Court has said permit fees need to be related to the impact of the development and proportional to its size.
They can't use that power to take more than what the government's entitled to.
He says fees enacted by an elected body like county supervisors should not be exempt from that. The county's attorneys were not available for an interview, but a spokesperson for the county told ABC 10 the outcome of this case could have nationwide ramifications on how local agencies fund the cost of providing needed public infrastructure, such as roads and firefighting equipment. The county fees under attack have already been upheld by the California Superior Court and California Court of Appeal, which confirmed that the county complied with all applicable requirements for the imposition of development impact mitigation fees.
Okay, thank you.
John Sprankling is a professor at the University of the Pacific McGeorge School of Law who is not involved in this case. I asked him about the potential impacts if Sheets wins.
The real question here is, should growth pay for itself? Because what the county has done is to impose these traffic infrastructure costs on new residents, new growth, rather than existing taxpayers. And if the Sheets site is successful, probably those costs are going to be shifted back to all taxpayers, not simply new residents. So in that sense, growth will not be paying for itself.
He says the Supreme Court's decision could strike down such fees nationwide.
And Becca Habegger joins us right now. So the U.S. Supreme Court hearing this tomorrow, hearing the oral arguments tomorrow, but we won't know the outcome for some months, right?
Yeah, Alex, typically justices release opinions before their recess begins in late June, though they're not required to. So hopefully we'll have an update for you later this spring.
But I do want to mention, folks can listen in if they want to the oral arguments, right?
Right. There's no video, just audio. The Supreme Court will hear the case starting at 7 our time tomorrow morning. If you want to get up and listen to that, we've put a link to the site where you can listen live at abc10.com/links.
All right, Becca, thank you so much. And of course, we'll keep you updated.